Hey guys, what's up? I'm doing a video on my eyebrows today. You guys have actually been asking for quite a while about how I grew up my eyebrows because they look, to me, they look a bit different, and to you guys, obviously they look different because you'll noticed. And I did not even really mention it except in my stories and maybe 1 or 2 Instagram posts that I'd done it. But my eyebrows are actually 1 or 2 rows of hair thicker in the arch and like the underside of my eyebrow. One day I was just like, my eyebrows are too polished. I want them to look thicker and more like fashionable kind of thing and more natural, so I decided to grow them out. I did a quick Google search and I found one blog post that was actually written by my friend Karima. It's a really good blog post. I'll link it below, and she took photos during the whole process. I didn't really take photos, but I do have it documented because I was filming and taking selfies and stuff, so you can see. And I was surprised by how fast I was able to grow out my eyebrows by really just putting the tweezers down. I still plucked my eyebrows, by the way, but I just didn't allow myself to go near my eyebrows when I didn't have them done. So I pretty much just started growing them out, and then when I was shading them in, shading them a little bit over the line, and then I was allowed to take the tweezers and pluck the ones that were outside of the perimeter of the eyebrow shape that I drew. So now I'm left with eyebrows like this, and this is them without anything on them. I just have foundation on. And I think they look really good. So you can see they look much more natural in the arch. It's like less perfect. You can see the hairs more, and I feel like they just look much more textured. You can see, because as you guys know, I've had my eyebrows tattooed for the past few years, that there is, if I point here, there's like kind of a couple rows where you can see that's where I've grown them out, because you can see that there's no tattoo there. They look a little bit less dense. They are the same denseness, I think. It's just that there's no tattoo behind them, so they don't look as full there. But I've been shading them in, and you honestly can't tell. I feel like it looks really natural. This eyebrow still needs more to grow in, I think. It just doesn't look as good, so it needs a bit more work. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I do use my Benefit kit that I created with them called the Chloe's Brow Wardrobe. From that, I use these products. First, I actually use the Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 3.5. And you might think that that's too light for me. I prefer it that way because I just want a light mist under my eyebrows. I darken up the hairs with Gimme Brow Plus, and then I set them and make them look really fluffy with the Ready Set Brow. So I used 2 eyebrow gels, which I think is the key to this. The other thing I did with my eyebrows was, after I applied my lash serum, because I either used this Peter Thomas Roth lash serum, Lash Food, or, I mean, what's the other one I use? I'll put them all here, the lash serums that I use, as well as Latisse. After I'd put it on my lashes, I would just quickly draw it on where I'm trying to grow out my eyebrows. And that's all I did. And after about a month, the ugly stumpy hair had kind of grown out and they were looking like normal hairs, and then the other hair, like more hairs, just started growing through and came out of nowhere. I didn't even know I had those hairs. Came through over the next few months. I still think that they're probably still gonna keep growing, guys, but I'm pretty pleased with how they are right now. Anyway, I'm gonna show you how I do my eyebrows. First step, so definitely go get my kit, because it is cheaper to buy the products from my kit than it is to buy them all separately. It's $89. My kit is available on Sephora, it's available at Maya, it's available a couple other places, so it's even cheaper than if you're buying these 3 products separately. So yeah, shade 3.5 from my kit, and I normally start here in the arch where I don't have as much hair, or it doesn't look as dark because I don't have the tattoo there. And I just really lightly do this and shade it in. The other thing I do is I press quite hard with the spoolie to like push the product through the brows. Other side. This is the eyebrow that I have to keep referring to the other eyebrow for, because they're not like the same shape. I feel like it's missing a bit of the arch here, so I kind of draw that in. And it's missing some hairs on the top part of the tail. I'm pressing really lightly, by the way. This one's not looking too bad today. I'm just taking the brush and drawing little downward strokes, and then pressing them in with the spoolie. The next thing I do is I take Ready Set Brow, so the clear brow gel. Try to make sure I get a lot on there. And it has 2 sides. One side is a little bit shorter and then the other side has longer bristles. I'm gonna do this eyebrow first, and I just brush them up. See how fluffy they look? And then I flip it to the other side so I get, you know, more product on the bristles. Dip it again, get more, and let's do this side. So I'm just brushing them straight up. Before it dries, that's when I go in with Gimme Brow. And Gimme Brow is the one that has little fibers in it, so it thickens up the brows, but it's also the tinted one, so it gives you more color. And I like it because it makes the actual hairs darker rather than your skin. So that's why I went lighter with the brow pencil, because I want my hairs to look dark, not the skin behind it. And yeah, I'm always pushing up and out. Then I take a concealer brush without concealer on it, and if there is any product that got around them, I just clean it up because I don't want anyone to see any product on my skin. Ta-da! Bro, like where did they come from? I literally made caterpillars out of my eyebrows, and I don't have very hairy eyebrows. So I feel like the key is really in the layering of the products. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do today. I'm actually in my hotel room in Sydney. I don't have my proper lighting set up, so I hope that this is okay. But I figure like it mixes things up, makes things interesting, and you know, it's just eyebrows, so it was pretty quick. I mean, the raw footage is only 15 minutes. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my eyebrow video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.